for you folks today, so keep your fingers crossed. Actually, a better strategy would be to keep your expectations low. That way you won't be disappointed. Anyway, we're going to do it. So if you direct your attention to the rooftop up there, folks, when this man steps foot on the fairgrounds, all crime comes to a complete standstill. Please put your hands together for your host, Trooper Eric, the Irish Hand Grenade Osborne!
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to day 11 of the Great New York State Fair. Thanks for finding us at our new location. Thanks for helping us break in this awesome new tower. We are the best show at the exhibit, guaranteed not to give you fleas or worms. We are SWORD. SWORD is the SWAT team for the New York State Police. As such, we conduct all those operations you would expect a SWAT team to conduct. High-risk felony warrants, drug raids, barricaded subjects, hostage situations, dignitary protection. However, we also perform a few tasks you wouldn't necessarily associate with a SWAT team, to include search and rescue, specifically high-angle rappelling and rope rescue, which is what we're going to demonstrate here today. So without further ado, let's bring the guys down and introduce them. Up on the left side, you've got our resident heavy metal expert, Sergeant Jeffrey Mullet Levin. On the right side, you've got the South Team Commander, Sergeant Pete Iron Man Verdese. On the ropes, direct from division headquarters, the framework of his body has been described as steel, nay, rebar wrapped in leather. Ladies and gentlemen, Sergeant Derek the Duke Surza. Up in our top window, you've got our DJ. He is available for weddings, bar and bat mitzvahs, and of course, bachelorette parties. Trooper Brian DeRoche. And if you look straight up, you will see a drone being run by Sergeant Only of SB09. Do us a favor, give that drone a wave. He is filming right now. Thank you. On the left side of the tower, you have the North Team Certified Man Tracker Trooper Ryan. How do you like my new tooth? Ordway. On the right side, you've got the Central Team Commander, Sergeant Cliff. No, I don't play basketball. Wood. All right, folks, while they're climbing back up, I'll take a couple minutes to explain a little bit more about what it takes to become a member of SWORD. If you've got a minimum of 2 years as a trooper, you can put in a memorandum requesting a tryout. If your chain of command feels you may have what it takes, you're granted a 3-day pre-selection tryout. If you successfully complete that, you go to a 2-week phase 1. If you successfully complete that 2-week phase 1, you may or may not be selected to go to the 6-month school. Out of the 6 months, 3 weeks are dedicated strictly to rope work. We do basic rappelling, we do rope rescue, where we take injured patients, get them on backboards into Stokes baskets, and get them out of dangerous situations. We also do helicopter operations. We do hoist work, we fast rope, and we rappel from the helicopter from heights of over 200 feet. Just to give you an idea, that's a 60-foot tower, so a little more than 3 times higher than that. As each guy comes down, you're going to see a piece of equipment on their harness. That's called a figure 8, and that's our descent device. It's how we control it. We feed the rope through that device. That top hand on the rope, that's just a guide hand, keeps you upright. The back hand, the one right here on your hip, that's the moneymaker, that's our brake hand. As you open that up and push it away from your body, it allows the rope to freely flow through your device. Then you let gravity take over, and that's what we refer to as letting her eat. Once you go ahead and pinch it close to your hip, it puts friction on the device, slowing and eventually stopping it. Telling you is one thing, showing you something different. So we're going to have Jeff and Pete come on down and demonstrate. how Jeff and Pete keep that guide hand up on top, keeps them upright. The brake hands on the back, they're feathery, nice and smooth. They let themselves come down, hit the brakes nice and gently. However, say they're really letting her eat, and that rope's really feeding through. They got that hand out and opened up a little bit, let the rope go through easily. Sometimes you're gonna find a loop or a whirl, little twist in these ropes, as you'll see develop, and that rope can jump out of your hand. You lose your brakes on a throughway, that's a bad day on the road, right? We lose our brakes up here, that could be a bad day on the ropes. But that's why we got Derek here. He's not trying to be rude, giving his back. He's not trying to showcase his ankle traps and lats. He actually has a very important job. As our senior guy in our ropes guru, he has the oh so important yet not at all glamorous position of the rope safety or belayment. If one of these guys is coming down, they're really letting her eat, they lose that brake hand, he's gonna pull on that rope, putting friction on their device, slowing and hopefully stopping that. Again, telling you one thing, showing you something different. So to demonstrate, one of these guys is going to be good enough to take a few steps back. They're going to get a running start, and they're going to throw themselves off of that roof with no hands on the rope. Yeah. They're going to come hurtling towards Earth at an incredible rate of speed, accelerating at 9.8 meters per second until at the very last moment, Derek, with his cat-like reflexes and raw power, will engage a belay, stopping that trooper mere inches away from certain death or at least a sprained ankle. Ladies and gentlemen, you paid for your whole seat. You're only gonna need the edge. This is gonna be awesome. Whew. So who's doing it? For real? Guys, I built it up, and somebody's got to do it. I mean, we should have hashed this out ahead of time. How are we going to figure it out? Oh, the canine guys? They got the puppies out again? Where are they at, Pete? Where are they? Oh, hey, Pete.
That's volunteering.
Hey, Jeff. Thanks for volunteering. Awesome. Let's hear it for Jeff, folks. He's a brave soul. All right, so Jeff's going to come down. Derek's going to belay him, and it's going to be awesome. What? The last time Derek belayed you? Yeah, we all remember what happened last time. But he's since apologized. I believe he sent you an edible arrangement. That was nice. You're back to work. I can barely even notice the limp. And besides, since you were out injured, his belay success rate has skyrocketed. 60% of the time, it works every time. So what do you say, Jeff? You ready? Hey, ladies. What's going on? Hey, D. What are you doing? You're trying to trade sunglasses. She looks reluctant. She doesn't look interested. You think? No, you're fine. You're fine. Just, if he jumps, just yank real quick. All right? What's your belay success rate, ladies? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. After today, it'll either be 0 or 100. Either way, these two ladies will have a perfect belay success rate. Jeff, they look like a dynamic team. They look wicked strong. What do you say? No? Not feeling it. All right. Hold on. Let me just confer with my associates here real quick. Hold on. Pardon. Just between you and me, I don't really care how this goes. I know you don't. I can pick up on the fact that you don't. You're trying to trade sunglasses. No dice, huh? No dice. But here's the deal. If Jeff burns in and smashes on that new sod and your hands aren't on the rope, our state fair days are over. Over, like back to work. That's what I thought.
I need good eyewear. Come on.
He needs high definition. There you go, sweet. Oh, you did. You got some American flag glasses. I'm loving it. All right, ladies, you've been relieved of your duties. We appreciate it, though. Thank you very much. I'm sure you ladies would have nailed it, too. All right, so we got Derek on the rope. We got Jeff ready to jump. What do you think, Jeff? You ready? Folks, let's give him a little encouragement, okay? Help me out. We'll count them in. 1, 2, 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Woo! Outstanding. All right, folks. And our goal is to get them a little bit closer each time. Our goal is to get them a little closer each time. Come back Labor Day, it'll be a few inches shorter, covered in grass stains. Real nice. We'll get them there. All right, you see it can get kind of hairy up here on the ropes, but as long as you keep a cool head, as long as you don't panic and you maintain that brake hand, you're not going to fall. So to demonstrate that, we got Cliff and Ryan up top, and they're going to come on down. All right, again, you see Cliff and Ryan come down that standard seated hip rappel that everyone else is using. But at this point, they're going to go ahead and transition their brake hand from their strong to their support side. This is going to allow them to go ahead and invert. So now, even though these guys are upside down, as long as they maintain that newfound brake hand, they're not going to fall face first to the ground. This is what we call the Commando crawl. It allows our guys to see where they're going before they present their feet or other body part through an opening. At this point, people often ask, wouldn't the bad guys see the ropes hanging in front of the window? They would if they were there, but in a tactical situation, each operator rappels with a rope bag on their harness, and the rope feeds directly out of there. Once Cliff and Ryan have gone as far as they need to go and seen what they need to see, they can go ahead and right themselves, reassume that brake hand, and come on down. Ladies and gentlemen, the invert. Just as a side note, these guys were recruited to the team directly from a synchronized swimming academy. See, all those hours in the pool have really paid off, and they forged quite the bond. All right, we stress safety out here for obvious reasons. You're working with heights and hard edges. A lot of times people in the real world go down a sheer face. Sometimes they'll actually underestimate the height of that face and run out of rope. Sometimes they'll get in a position where they can't go up or down, and unfortunately sometimes people will get injured. We have to be able to get to them. We can't bring a helicopter over. Those blades get too close to the rope. It's not doing anybody any favors. And we don't necessarily have ladders that go that high, depending on the circumstances. So, to demonstrate, we're going to have Jeff come on down. All right, say Jeff is working his way down a sheer cliff face in Letchworth, the high peaks, or perhaps Ithaca, because it is gorgeous. If he gets to a spot where he wants to be for a little bit, he's going to take that rope and wrap it around his descent device. Not once, not twice, but thrice. This is called the tie-off. Once Jeff performed the tie-off, he no longer needs to maintain that brake hand. He can go hands-free. He can invert. He can literally and figuratively hang out. But say he's up there. He's got his... He's hanging out, he's doing some oil painting or some other such thing, keeping himself busy, and some rocks kick loose from up ahead and hit him in the head. Some rocks kick loose. Rocks. Rocks. Rocks is code name for water balloons. Unless the K9 guys come through, come up, not from here, get close. Close with, and destroy the sergeant. Let him have it. If you have a water balloon, come forward now and blast the good sergeant, please and thank you. Oh, faulty water balloons. Oh, got some heat coming. Woo! One more, you want to hold on to it? You can hold on to it. You can ambush him when he comes back, sweetheart. Don't worry about it, folks. Oh, let's hear it for our rocks, ladies and gentlemen. Another feature of the Labor Day show is we switched to lawn darts. A lot more accurate, a lot more kinetic energy. Jeff's on board. All right, so now Jeff's been knocked unconscious. If he was just a lowly trooper, we wouldn't worry about it. He'd come to or he wouldn't. He'd figure out how to get down or he wouldn't. Who cares? But he's a sergeant. He's kind of a big deal. A lot of time and money invested in him. So if you look all the way up top, we've got Pete. Pete's going to work his way down. He's going to latch hands on Jeff and hopefully bring him to safety. Come on down, Pete.
Can't keep my hands to myself.
Okay. All right. We pick all our own music out here. It's a bold choice for Pete. What's the matter, Pete?
All to myself.
I picked it? No, this is your jam, isn't it? No? Brian, I don't think he's going to come down. Got our tactical diva up there. Let's switch that up there.
Kick the dust up.
A little better? A little more machismo? All right, I think Pete's okay with this one. As Pete comes down, you're going to notice he doesn't have a figure 8 on the front of his harness. He has a different piece of equipment. It's called a brake bar rack. The brake bar rack is going to allow Pete to take additional weight onto his system. In this case, that additional weight is going to be Jeff. Once Pete gets to an area where he wants to get to work, he's going to have to perform a tie-off. If he doesn't do the tie-off properly, he could fall to the ground and become a casualty in need of rescue himself. At this point, his spacing is crucial. He wants to be low enough where he can barely reach to hook into Jeff's system, but high enough that when he pulls him, he'll be able to take all of Jeff's weight off of the rope. Now his tie-off's complete. He reaches over on the left side of his harness. He's got that blue strap. That's referred to as a pick-off strap, and it's designed specifically for rope rescue operations.
Back it on up. Fill your cup up.
Pete slides into a partial invert and hooks into Jeff's system. He's going to go ahead and lock that carabiner for everyone's safety. Now he's going to go ahead and pull Jeff up to him.
Can't keep my hands to myself.
Real nice.
No matter how hard I'm trying to.
DJ DeRoche captures the mood, doesn't he?
You are just myself.
Now Pete's pulling him up. He's one of the many EMTs on our team, so at this point he's going to check the patient for responsiveness. Jeff appears to be alert. As Pete pulls him up, you can see how Jeff instinctively reaches for Pete's legs and hips. We're a very tight-knit team. At this point, we ask no pictures be taken. Thank you. Pete has totally freed Jeff from his line now, and he's just retaining that hardware for future use. At this point, Jeff is hoping that Pete has performed all the steps properly, because if not, Pete will probably be okay, but Jeff's day will be ruined. I think he nailed it. Ladies and gentlemen, the pick-off. All right, folks, we've gone over basic rappelling. We've showed you some of the safety measures we have in place, and we've showed you a very small percentage of the rope rescue work that we're capable of. However, as I alluded to before, there's also a tactical application for the rope work and rappelling that we do. Say, for example, there's a bad guy creeping around these fairgrounds. He grabs a kid, he runs up, and he barricades himself in this tower. It's a horrible choice of location on his part, obviously, but he's already made a series of bad decisions in his life to get to this point. He's barricaded that door, and he feels real comfortable that we're not going to be able to get in there and get him. Unfortunately for that bad guy, the Special Operations Response Team doesn't need to come in through the door. We can come in through the window. So if you look up top, you'll see Ryan getting ready in place to run the recon for the rescue. Ryan's careful to land very gently on that roof so as not to alert the bad guy of his presence. He switches that brake hand, which allows him to rotate into the invert and the commando crawl. As he goes down, he's going to look at each window, looking for hostages or threats. Nothing in that first window, so he's going to keep working down. On his harness, you'll see a small canister. That's a noise flash diversion device, commonly referred to as a flashbang. It emits a bright light and a loud noise, which distracts and disorients anybody in the room in which it's deployed. He's got eyes in that second window, and he sees our target. Ryan secured the flashbang and is ready to deploy, so it looks like we're ready for Cliff to come down and effect the rescue. Cliff's in a window. There appears to be a struggle of some sort. I think the big fella's got his hands full. That guy might be getting the upper hand on him. Uh-oh. What's coming? Oh, the people's elbow, ladies and gentlemen. Who saw that one? Cliff, what are you doing? What are you doing? No, folks, please don't applaud that. I apologize you had to witness that. That is a very clear violation of New York State Police policy and procedures. No. Rules and regs do not allow you to throw a pedophile out of a second-story window, Cliff. Yep, manual clearly states it needs to be the third floor or higher. Second floor is not getting it done. You know what I'm saying? How's the kid doing? Hey, it's Billy. Billy's okay. Nice, a big save. And Timmy. Everyone's a double save, man. Those kids get in more trouble and Cliff bails them out every time. Nice job. Double save for Cliff. All right, folks. Hopefully you've had a good time out here, and I hope you can tell that we enjoy coming out here for a week or two. It represents a nice break for us. However, at the end of the day, it is a serious business we're involved in. If you look up on that tower there, we have 4 shield numbers. Those belong to Michael Strank, Ross Riley, David Brinkerhoff, and Joseph Longobardo. Those 4 men were operators on our team who were killed in the line of duty. Those men made the ultimate sacrifice for the people of the state of New York, and we think it's them that deserve the real round of applause this afternoon. Folks, you have been an awesome audience. We appreciate it. Feel free to come forward after the show. We got stickers for the kids. We'll answer questions, pose for pictures, tasteful of course. Anybody who's interested in becoming a trooper in that log cabin back there, we got our best and brightest recruiters and displays. We have great displays in here from the Centennial Museum, the Centennial Committee over here selling stuff, and also the Trooper Foundation. You can get all your state police swag. Thank you again, and enjoy the rest of your day at the Great New York State Fair.